I think I actually might be live. Maybe. Bella Ann, how much is too much cocoa powder per pound of oil? Never. There's no such thing as too much. No, I mean like 2 tablespoons would probably be a good amount. Otherwise, the lather gets weird. But hi, peoples. I think I'm live. Am I live? Am I doing the thing? My mic's popping like nobody's business. Is my sound shit right now? This is a brand new setup, you guys. Like everything is being hung from the ceiling and it's weird. Are we hearing me okay? Oh, it's real weird. Oh, I'm live. Good, Verna. Thank you. Let's see what's going on. It would be nice if she gave an announcement. What? Okay. That was on Sunday. First. Gave an announcement. Second. Third. I gave an announcement. I had to reschedule. Because that's the life in the soap and clay world. And had some technical difficulties on Sunday. And yesterday, I just had a bad day. Like a real bad day. And so, oh, color or sound is good. The color is amazeballs. The color. The lighting? You like the lighting, Soap Chef? That's fun. So this is actually a really cool setup that we have going on here. Mr. Soap and Clay just installed this in the soap shop yesterday. And tonight he is moving on to the pontoon as well as our office in the house for, well, every time we go live and or stream. And so it's this really cool setup where all of the lights and the camera and the action is hung from the ceiling on this rod with like these adjustable arms to bring everything to where it needs to be. And also there are 2 cameras. So there's one right above me that does a top down, and there's one right here that does this way. And so it's wild. It's wild. My camera is also not hazy anymore. So here's what I did. Incredibly expensive camera that I just reset the factory settings because we were playing around with the settings and somehow we broke them. And so you just get me now with no other background delineators or, anything. It's just me. So good. The rack is back. My magnetic GT. It is back. My announcements play with your emotion, ADHD alchemy. I love that. I love that. That's good. They play with my emotions too. Yesterday was actually weirdly emotional for me. Because I broke 3 different pieces of machinery in my house. Like that happened. That was a thing. And it all started with the washer because it said do the self clean. And so I clicked the button for self clean. And then I started getting an error that said SC. And then in looking it up, I realized everybody who interprets that as an S is a moron. It's, of course, a 5. But it's like, well, whatever. So I got an error 5C and looked that up. And I learned something very interesting about my very brand new washer yesterday. And that thing is called, it has a filter. Do you guys know that your washing machine has a filter? And you have to clean it out every 1 to 2 months? I did not know that, but it was not draining. Like the drum was not draining as a result. And that sucked. So we went to clean it out and Mr. Soap and Clay found like maple leaves or the seeds in it. And it was gross. It was really gross. It was not a good time. And then I broke the dryer. It's not heating. Mr. Soap and Clay hasn't actually fixed that one yet. And I'm thinking it probably has something to do with a filter also needing to be cleaned. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe. I'm hoping. And the dishwasher, I fixed myself. But I just fixed by taking some pliers to it and making it do what I wanted it to do. Yesterday was weird. No, Atomic, not a lint filter on the washer, like a filter. I mean, I guess it is a lint filter too, because it does say in the instructions that in the manual that you're supposed to read that things like lint can get trapped in it. And you're supposed to clean it out every 1 to 2 months. I didn't know that. I did not know that. I learned a lot of cool lessons yesterday, but it was also actually cool because the kidlets had yesterday off for MLK Junior Day. And for the first time in literally ever in Mr. Soap and Clay's life, he also had it off. And so it ultimately ended up being kind of a fun day because I broke the house really easy and early. And so they all just ended up kind of making their way into the bed with me throughout the course of the day. So we watched some cool movies and we played some video games and the cats came and snuggled and it was a nice healing day, but I did legit just tell yesterday to go away because it was that bad. It was not a good time. It shouldn't be the dryer not heating up, shouldn't be the filter or the blocked hose. If it's heating but taking forever to dry, then that's it. Yeah, it's not even heating up at all. So it might be a heating element issue. Which, I mean, good news is Mr. Soap and Clay is actually extraordinarily good at fixing all of the things. And so he'll just need to replace the heating element. Bad news is you look at these really high-tech new like washers and dryers, and they're also beautifully contained that you feel really bad cracking those plates and digging into the innards where it probably still looks like a regular dryer just with also like computer parts in it. I don't know, ADHD alchemy. Mercury might very well have been in retrograde yesterday. That actually makes a whole lot of sense. Like a lot. So yeah, it was a weird day. We got these because the washer and dryer are both very new. And I went front load for the first time ever for the washer. And, got these fancy schmancy units. And I already broke it. You know what I've never broken? The top load agitator washers. You know what I'm talking about? Those things. Never should have got rid of mine. Never should have done that. Hey, Southern Magnolia, I missed you. I'm so sorry that I've been continuing to put this off for like a week, for sure. So yeah, we got a new setup. And if you guys are actually interested in this setup and like learning how we did this, let me know and I'll make a video on it because the process is actually kind of cool. The cool thing about it is for all of these situations, like we're in the soap shop right now. And so literally what we just have is a camera and 2 lights, but they fold up onto the ceiling when we're not using them. And so then I just pull them down when I am, and it's all great. For the office, because we will be streaming video games there on the Twitch thing, we will have also like 4 monitors, TVs that come down just when we need them. We just pull them down. And then when we don't, they just fold up flat with the ceiling, and that's cool. It's a good time. I don't know if you guys are interested in that and seeing what we did for all of that. Let me know. Shop tour, yeah, we actually need to do a new shop tour. Actually, that's the thing. My magnetic GT says would like to know the setup. I'm thinking of filming or some of the soaps I make. Oh, cool. I like that. Nicole is saying please make a video on the lighting and cameras. I mean, if you guys are interested, we can totally do that. And we are, well, we're handy and we're also cheap. And so we found some really cool kind of hacks for the things that we did on the cheap. Granted, this new camera was like a lot. You cost a lot of money, new camera. But we had to have two, one doing this way and one doing this way, because if I'm going to start doing like just streaming the entire day of making soap, I think it makes more sense to have two cameras that I can then just flip between for this, right? So when I'm actually making, you guys get to see the soap making. You get it. So we got a new camera. And you're expensive and annoying. But the camera was the most expensive part of the entire thing. So if you guys are interested, that would be amazing. Shells is saying you want to see the oven. Ooh! Shells. Yeah, I'll show the oven too. Yes, I will do that as well. But all you guys can see is artisan soap without me like actually doxing myself. Shell sent me some more stuff and I just opened it up. I just got it out of the mail. And so I'm going to open it up because I think it's going to be soaps. Super excited about that. Really excited. So I'm glad Shells was here for this. Hello. Oh my God, it's a Hello Kitty card. This is amazing. Yeah, that's working. Camera. You're doing the focus. Oh, Happy New Year to you, Shells. Oh, a replacement candle with a wick. Okay, I love that. And your handwriting does not suck. Your handwriting is amazing. Thank you. There's a new candle with a wick. So when I did the unboxing of a couple soap makers things, I had ordered some stuff from Shells and I had ordered a wickless candle. And I don't have one of those heater things, but I wasn't paying attention. That was on me. Like the listing was not confusing. I just was not paying attention. And so it sounds like Shells sent me a camera. I'm obsessed with this camera right now, guys. A candle with a wick. And I hope the microphone is not picking up all of this crinkling. Atomic Elf, don't cry on camera. I mean, no guarantees. Y'all have seen, I'm a crier. It's what I do. So it's the Black Magic candle. The scent is pumpkin spice, coconut, and vanilla, like the one I got. Well, that's a nice candle. That's a nice candle. Look, and look at the beautiful wick. Where is it? There you go. Focus. Yeah. It's got a nice wooden wick to it. I'm super excited to burn this. Thank you. Thank you, Shells. That's amazing. It smells nice even through the glass. That's crazy. I'm glad you're here. Because when I did the last like deep dive thing, I did this thing from Kaylee. I'm totally bald. And she's one of the mods, and she totally was not even there for that day. So I'm glad you are here so you can get the loves. And nothing is going to focus. Go check out For You by Shells, guys. It's not focusing right. I'll put her information below. Thank you, Shells. You're amazing. Oh, ooh. Speaking of putting information below, another thing I am going to put below in the description box. We just got word today that there are 4 COVID tests per household per month available, and USPS is handling all of this. And so I will drop those links as well, so you guys can go and get your 4 COVID tests per month per household. So it's not the best. It's not the best, but it's something. So go claim your, COVID tests for in case you need them, because it's been hard to get COVID tests these days, from what I've heard. So that was another big news thing going on today. I love that. Southern Magnolia, do I still have your email? You need to send coffee soap and Magnolia. I do have your email address. Do you want me to like send something to you? Or did you send me an email that I haven't like seen? Because that's possible too. I've got 18,432 unread emails right now. And I think one of them is also Soap Chef. So I'm sorry. Super sorry. Oh, good. I'm glad you guys are ordering your COVID tests. For sure. Definitely do that. Yes. And ADHD Alchemy. Yeah, you can send me stuff. I love stuff. So when Sudzers send things or when I buy soap from other soap makers, either way, I like to do an on air on the YouTube's thing, lather test and stuff, because I think part of what I should be doing and what I should be using my platform for is building up this entire community. And so if you make, let me know. And yeah, I will assist in, using what audience I have to boost your signal, because we're all awesome here and we should all do it. Shells, you ordered for your mom and your aunt. They're in their 70s. Well, good that you have some tests on hand for that, for sure. Again, the 4 per household is a little weird, and I have some opinions on that, but also it's better than nothing. So I'm glad that that's a thing. And we will keep those on hand for the times wherein we think, well, maybe we have the thing. And then we'll probably just use them on Scout because she's the nastiest one in the family. So if she's got it, everybody's got it. That's my logic. Where you live, there's a soup kitchen that gives the tests out? That's cool. I like that. Yeah, Atomic Elf. Actually, that's a real thing. Last week, 2 weeks ago, Mr. Soap and Clay, one of his employees, one of his PMs, came down with like confirmed COVID, right? And he's like hospitalized and shit. He's fine. He's fine. But everybody in the office was absolutely scrambling to go get tests to see, what they need to do next. And he works for a very large commercial construction firm. And they didn't have anything like any strings to pull to make it any easier for any of them to get their tests. And so it was absolutely crazy. You just can't get them right now. So it's cuckoo bananas. You're an ERRN and you have to do rapid daily. Wow. Well, that's good. Does that give you like a peace of mind every day? Like another day goes by? Yeah, Shell's poor Scout, but she is probably the healthiest one. She's the nastiest, but also probably the healthiest because she consumes the germs and they're part of her body. It's all a thing. It's all a thing, for sure. That's interesting, Amanda. That's a good idea, actually. People checking out with other things. Obviously, do it if you need it. Because I did also hear that, like, insurance now has to reimburse you for up to 8 tests a month or something. And so for those of us who have means and the ability to use our insurance and do things to go get them, go that route. But yeah, if you need one and you're having a hard time getting a test, that's a good option for sure. Yeah. So we are like all here and doing the thing. But I have to like do a thing, and I'm not 100% sure that it's the day, like the right day, because we're doing some makeup days with something like this. So you're just going to roll with me when I say, how's it going, Sudzers? Welcome back to the channel. You're at Soap and Clay, where we make all the soapy things. And you are here for day 200, sure, of 365 days of soap. Confusing, I know. And today we are doing a live and we are chit-chatting with the Sudzers and the community and all the things. And we are talking about future deep dives and just general where everybody is halfway through the first month of 2022. And also I need to get your help in determining some new scents for some subscription boxes for my website, because as you might know, I have taken my website off of the interwebs temporarily because I needed a break. And this break actually gave me an opportunity to rebuild the website, which is something that Mr. Webman has been wanting me to do for years. And now we have a reason to do so. So that's what we are doing today. And yeah, my Magnetic GT, how's the website development going? Good. It's going really well. It's really fun, I guess, taking the new pictures and coming up with the new descriptions and, whatever. In other ways, it's kind of annoying because it's like, well, I already did this. So why do I have to learn something new? And so, but it's going good. And the last thing that we actually have to do for the website is determine the subscription boxes, which is something that people have been wanting me to do since like 2015. And I just didn't want to. I've been a part of a ton of sub boxes, right? Like companies that do subscription boxes. I've been a part of loads of them over the years, but I never wanted to take the time off from the actual making of the things and the filling of the orders to do it for my own company. So I haven't done that, guy. And now I get to, because my website is down and Mr. Webman has said I'm not going to be able to put my website back up until I actually nail down my sub boxes. And so I'm hoping that you guys can help me with some sense for all of this. So, hello from Alberta. Hi, Linda. Hello. Oh, Soap Chef, you shut down your Etsy shop today permanently? Love that. I love that. Just go through your website for sure. It's definitely a good thing. Pineapple banana scent scrubs. I mean, I like pineapple. I like banana. It's a good idea for sure. What we are going to be focusing on for the sub boxes are going to be primarily the men's beard and shaving kits, right? Because I've had 3 in my line for like ever, and I decided to expand those scent offerings to 6. And the 3 that I currently have in my line, they sell incredibly well, but I wanted to give some more options because why not? And I like making things more complicated for me, really. And so we will be primarily focusing on some boys products, beard and shaving the face products. And so I have the 3 that will not leave, and they are some blends that I have done and has been in my line for a really long time. And one of them is the Mountain Man, which is like tree notes with all of your tree scents. And one is the Rustic blend that has your cedars and your sandalwoods. And one is my Sexy Man blend, which has like your sandalwoods and your vetivers and your clary sages. And so I was thinking about, for the other 3, doing like an ocean/pirate theme. And for one, and for another, doing a coffee theme, because coffee products sell really well in my line. And also for the third, what's the third? Oh, mahogany and leather. Because back in the day, one of the first products that existed in the For the Guys line was a product called the Burgundy Bar, and it was modeled after Ron Burgundy from Anchorman. And the scent was mahogany and leather. Both of those fragrances I got from Brambleberry, and I don't want to shop with Brambleberry anymore. So I am looking for cool suggestions from you guys as far as what those scent types might be and what scent companies maybe I should look at. And we're going to kind of do that, here and look at it and stuff. Also, this is a fun way to play with the OBS, which is like the platform that runs my streaming, right? And with OBS, again, let me know if these are things that you are interested in whatever. But with OBS, there are all kinds of different things that you can do, setting up scenes. Like, so you see me right here. But if I wanted to just like put me in a little box and then just surf the internet, that's also an option. That's just a scene setup. And so I have to learn this along with like Streamlabs or something so we can start streaming really long form content on Twitch. And so I might be taking you along for that weird ride and we just learn things together because I don't know. I have no idea what any of this means. I don't like that. How do I get men's stuff to sell? Honestly, I never had any problem selling my men's line. I catered it to specifically, the dudes and made really thoughtful, curated products for things that they want, but also made it easy for them to buy. And have never had any issue selling. My actual customer base is about 50-50 between like men's specific. I'm talking about beard care, shave care products, and women's stuff. So it actually hasn't been difficult for me, but if you're having problems with it, I would suggest changing, like, if your website or your Etsy or whatever looks a little bit too like country kitchen or like a lot of scrolly type text or whatever, or is overly flowery in language, like a lot of information to read, I would consider paring that down to just the high points, just the bullet points, and see if you get some better traction there. But also check out your SEO, because if you're selling beard oil, but your SEO and all of your targeting is about like handmade soap, you should be changing that up and, targeting beard care, shave care, dollar beard club, etc., 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 to ensure that your products rank higher in the whole thing, I think. Yeah, Brambleberry is actually very, very pricey for an actual person who is selling things. Good for the hobbyist, which is what I've said for a long time. If you're just doing this as a hobbyist and you don't want to go buy in bigger bulk, Brambleberry is a good place to start, although I think it's still really expensive. Southern Magnolia Iced Vanilla Woods is a killer scent for men, as long as you call it something else. Iced Vanilla Woods. So I think I did Iced Vanilla Woods for the Rat Pack line, like over a year ago when I did the new shave kits for last year's holiday line. I don't remember who I used it for, but yeah, that was a good scent. That's a good idea. I like that. I need a pen. Hold, please. I also don't remember who I got Iced Vanilla Woods from. Maple Street? I think it was Maple Street that I got it from. Denise is saying, made your guys line very simple, masculine, and centered around men and what they want. Yeah, that. Don't make it too overly complicated. For sure. Midwest has a nice Vanilla Woods. That's a fun thing. Let me see. People have been sending me links or information saying that Midwest has new fragrances since I reviewed them for the Animal Crossing stuff. Oh, you guys are still so cute. Looking like an HGTV couple. It's adorable. I love everything about you. And they've got a masculine like section now. I don't remember them having that before. Ice Vanilla Woods is there. Also Cedar Musk and Lavender. Really cool blend. Just putting cedar and lavender together. That is a wonderful unisex blend just across the board. Without smelling theirs, I already know that's good. Tobacco and bay leaf, another cool option. And then they have black ice, which is a type, and it's probably going to smell like cologne. They also have black sea. Let's see what black sea says. Can I show you guys what I'm doing? I'd like to show you what I'm doing. Be nice. I'm so bad at this, you guys. Everybody's saying Midwest just released their spring scents. They have new scents. I love that. I love that. Yes, lavender and cedarwood, so good. Hey to girly, how's it going? Mango and coconut milk from Midwest is new and you soaked with it and you love it. I love that. Watermelon lemonade sounds good. Yeah, because it's actually like time to start the spring stuff, the summer stuff even, actually. It's the end of January. And speaking as a dude, citrus scents work. Yeah, citrus actually goes down like gangbusters with guys. And shells, everybody prefers liquid soap because that's what they know. They know liquid shampoo, they know liquid conditioner, they know liquid body wash. They prefer it until they try something better. And then it's shocking how quickly they move to the bar version of things. Mr. Soap and Clay, he was that dude. He was the guy who would use like body wash to wash his hair and his body, or shampoo to wash his hair and his body, just whatever was available, until I just removed all of that from the shower and made him start using the bar soaps. And he likes it. He's an opinionated guy too. He's not the kind of guy who's going to be like, oh yeah, no, it's fine. Love you. Don't want to make waves. He'll just do it because he likes it. He likes that a lot more. So yes, you got to just have them try it and then they'll get hooked. But it's crazy. I'm on fragrance oil buying restrictions. Yeah, I get it. I get it. Me too. I actually really do try to really pare things back quite a bit. Julie, can we send you things and get some soap for free? Yeah, I mean, you want to do a soap swap? We can do a soap swap. Send me some soap. I'll send you some back. I'm actually sending out this week like 1,000 lotion containers because a lot of people actually commented on an old lotion video in the last week. And I'm like, yeah, no, send me your address. And I'm happy to offload these because I bought an embarrassing amount of those containers. They were like being clearanced out by Wholesale Supplies Plus. And I went through them, but I still have like 10% of my inventory. And that 10% is like tens of thousands of what I had originally purchased. And so I'm just tired of looking at them and like them taking up space on the shelves. So yeah, totally. You send me soap, I'll send you soap. It's a good time. Oh, you taste bad. So I'm doing this thing. I'm actually preparing because I'm going to continue to say how much that tastes bad. Seriously, it does taste bad. It's not good. So I decided in 2022 that I wanted to train to get ready to climb Mount Rainier this summer. And for someone who has always been very outdoorsy and very athletic and whatever, you might not think that climbing Mount Rainier is that big of a deal. Here's the thing. It's a 14er, just like all of the mountains that I've climbed in Colorado are. But it's kind of different in that the elevation shift is just so big from, we are at like sea level, just I exist at sea level, to 14,000 feet up in the air in the course of 2 days. And at least 8,000 feet of that will be just hiking in the course of like 1 or 2 days. And so I've started training to climb Mount Rainier this summer, and I'm doing more green drinks, and they don't taste good. They don't taste good at all. So I'm going to continue to not have a good time with that, because I got to get my green drink in. Sorry. Soap swaps. Anybody that's interested in soap swaps, yes. If you want to contact me, it is Shantine at soapandclay.com. Shit. Mr. Webman said I have to stop using that email address to just the publics. But whatever. It's Shantine at soapandclay.com or info at soapandclay.com. Either one works. Just send me a message and we can do a soap swap. That would be a ton of fun. If you guys want to organize a soap swap, something that we will be doing when we start the Twitch, we'll be also starting a Discord. And I feel like that's a really good place for us to all just like exist when we're not on the videos and doing the things, and just saying hi to each other and posting pictures of our soap and sharing recipes and, you know, all the things. And so we can also like organize a proper soap swap between multiple soapers. If you guys want to do something fun like that, I'm down for that too. So that'll be in the next like 3 weeks or so. We'll get the Discord going, because I do want to get the Twitch thing going really, really soon, because I love the idea of just doing this just all day long. Just come with me while I do my day and make the soaps and do the things. So yes, otherwise for now, yeah, info at soapandclay.com or Shantine at soapandclay.com. That works too. Yeah, so hike climb or a carabiner climb. So Atomic Elf, the cool thing and the interesting thing about Mount Rainier is it is an ice pack, a snowpack climb, 365 days a year, no matter what time you hit it. And so you're running into all kinds of different problems with like, you know, like fissures and stuff opening up and potential avalanches and all of the whatevers. And so there's a lot of carabiner climbs, there's a lot of rope pulls, there's a lot going on to actually, you know, do this. And so that's another reason why I'm making sure that I'm like prepared for all of this, because it's different conditions than I'm used to hiking in Colorado. Because again, I've climbed, I think, all of the 14ers in Colorado. And yes, of course, you pay attention, you care about the things like potential avalanches and, you know, whatever. But it's less, I guess, treacherous because the temperature doesn't have such a huge fluctuation as it does here. And also the snow is wildly different in Colorado than it is in Washington State. So it's a little bit of both. It's kind of, it's going to be a fun time for sure. So yes. Shells is saying I don't have Twitch or Discord. Okay, I get it. That's awesome. Yes, other people are saying they okay. Yep, they have it. That'd be fun. Discord would be awesome. Soap Chef said, did the Twitch thing and Rapidly got off at the same day. It's not a platform for you. You're not a gamer and don't understand it. Awesome. That's fine too. I have noticed that there are actually not a lot of soap makers on the Twitch thing, because it is primarily a gaming platform. But I primarily plan on using it as a soap making, you know, thing. Just a way to communicate with you guys and chit chat during live streams and stuff while making soap. And so that's something that I will be doing. But yeah, no, it's a weird platform to actually like really get into unless you're really sure what you want to do in the first place. And honestly, while I have had a Twitch account for several years, I never really used it, but I don't know, like during the holiday season, I just really actively wanted to get away from YouTube and all the crazy, like really weird negativity that was going on YouTube. And so I'm like, well, let's try Twitch. And I found the cool, like they're playing video games that I know nothing about. And I'm a gamer and I know nothing about the video game you're playing, but the communities that all of these little micro, creators have are just so nice to each other. And I'm like, so this proves that you can in fact do this on the internet. Like you can just bring a group of like-minded, kind people together and they can just enjoy some time without it being combative. And so at that point I was like hooked on Twitch, and it's sold for me. So I will be on there doing the thing. But Discord also, I think, going to be a great place for our community, because we have been on the soap forums and the things for so long that I think we're all kind of burnt out on those things, because we don't want to see all of the drama all of the time. Although I will say in the last like week, 10 days or so, I've been pleasantly surprised at like the niceness that has been occurring on the Facebook soap forums. Like I haven't seen any real big, scandals blow up. So that's been good. But yeah, Soap Chef, nothing but toxicity in most places. So Terry, you do Ironmans. I love that. That was a former life for me, but I love that for you. That's amazing. It's just a cool, like, oh, and then Atomic Elf is just messing with my groove here. Volcanic activity has been picking up around the world. Yeah. That was the craziest thing that I, like, learned when I moved here. Mount Rainier is an active volcano. I didn't know that. I just thought it was a big-ass mountain. I did not know that. It's a whole volcano. And so that's crazy. But yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's definitely a cool challenge and something that I wanted to challenge myself with this year. And so this summer I will be climbing Mount Rainier, probably on my own. We've taken the kidlets to Mount Rainier multiple times since we've been up here, and we just do like little day hikes or whatever. We don't even camp, right? And just little hikes. And it's fun, it's beautiful, it's a good time. They are obviously not going to be old enough or, physically capable enough to go and do a trek like this. Because you think about when you're doing a trek like this, you are carrying on your back at least the first half of the actual ascension, right? Over half of your body weight on your pack, on your back, because you have to have all of your camping supplies and everything. Usually you kind of set up camp and you continue on and then come back, but you're carrying about 30 to 40% of your body weight at that point. And so it's pretty strenuous, so they won't do it. They're not ready for it. Mr. Soap and Clay does not want to. So I'm probably just going to join up with a group on like All Trails or something that is interested in doing this and like planning something with a whole bunch of strangers. And going from there. But it'll be fun. It's going to be a good time for sure. So, the shoujo on Twitch. I love that. I love that some of you are like super into Twitch. That's awesome. I love it. So I am glad that you guys are going to be okay with all that. Bella Ann, yeah, it's actually not a huge it's not a big like curve trying to figure out Twitch and Discord. Discord looks and feels like old soap making forums, like literally soapmakingforum.org or, whatever it was, whatever it is. It has the feel intentionally of being like an old platform, which I like. So that's cool. Julie, did you send it to info@soapandclay.com? Mr. Webman? He's not on. But I'll send him a message. If info@soapandclay.com is not working, I'll let him know. We just tested it like a week ago, so it should be fine. But I'll send him a message. Mr. Soap Chef wants to join me on the climb. That'd be a good time. Be a good time. I like that. So, yes. So if we are looking at like pirate type scents, right? You guys have suggested magnolia, which is a good suggestion for sure. How about some nice like leather type scents that are not discoloration does not bother me at all. And I already have the citrus blend, which would be my sexy man blend. And coffee, I mean, ideally, I would like to get all of my scents from one place. And if I don't come up with any bright ideas, I'm going to go with Sierra Candles because I freaking love them. And they actually sent me a coffee scent back in November that is really, really good. So it would work. And I think they probably have some good oceanic type scents too. Somebody mentioned cool water earlier in the chat. It's a good idea, like it is. That's a really good scent. I have a wholesale account that orders like 3,000 bars a month from me in that scent. I I'm so burnt out on it that I'm just tired of smelling it. Does that make sense? It's a really good scent. I'm just really tired of smelling it. So good idea. I personally can't do it. But if you guys are into oceanic scents, cool water is definitely an on the nose great scent for that. And every company I've ever messed with that, it doesn't do acceleration, it doesn't do discoloration, and the scent retention is always great. So if you ever see something called cool water or cool clear, whatever, yeah, pick that up. It's a really, really good scent. My magnetic, you use Discord to record your podcast. That's cool. That's cool. I didn't know you could do that. Southern Magnolia is saying amber and tobacco and Tuscan leather. I like it. I like both of them. Where do we get them? I like it. A little bit of molasses. Ooh, that's fun. I can do molasses. Oh, bay rum. Yeah, MJ. That's a brilliant idea. Why am I not thinking about bay rum? And also we have Kentucky bourbon is nice. Spice mahogany, blue sugar. That's nice. Okay. I like the idea of amber and tobacco. I would also really like to understand why. Well, I can't show you guys my screen. Seriously, like if this is something that I didn't check chat the last time that I'm like, hey, if you guys care about these sorts of things, let me know. But the Googling of the things and the figuring out of the different scenes and how they all sort of come together in the editing world, because there is a way that you can also do really cool like scene transitions while you are literally live that make it look like the edited end piece, making your YouTube videos wildly easier. You like just cut pieces out of your life. If you guys are interested in learning that with me, let me know. Black Vetiver Cafe is a nice musky amberish scent. I like that. Oh, a coconut bay rum. That's such a great idea, Susie. I like that. I think I have a bay rum. Hold on. Also, yes, so much of me doing long lives is literally going to consist of me saying hold please and just walking off to get something. Sorry. So I don't have a bay rum, but I remember what bay rum smells like. Coconut bay rum. Coconut plus bay rum would be a really good scent for the dudes, I think. For a nice shave kit. Mahogany coconut. Damn. It's also good. Tobacco and amber is your Odin. It's a good name for tobacco and amber. All right. Just make a new scene and use display capture of your browser. All right. New scene. I can do that. I can add a scene. Gonna name it web. Okay. And then I'm going to add a source, which would be browser. Okay. Just create new browser. Right. Okay. So we're going to go to it's my thinking face. I messed that up. Okay, let's try that again. Okay, so if we make you big, and then I can put, like I can Control C me, right? And put me also into the web scene, right? I don't know that it's necessarily needed. If I just do this. Also, you guys are probably losing mics with all of that too, because this needs to be a scene that's built underneath the Googles, right? Not browser, not browser. Do you want to help me, Zane? I'm so bad at things. Yeah, no, Steffi, this is not actually a teaching you my ways for something like this. This would literally be us learning it together, which I think is fun. Beechwood vetiver, that sounds great too. You can hear me now. And Zane just said have to add my audio. I got that. Okay, so in order to do that, we set up a new scene. It's a browser, and I see that you can select an interact option. Yes, in order to do that. And so what I would need to do is essentially just like maybe set my scene that I currently have for my audio, for sure. If not also like me in a corner, but that's like a secondary, not necessarily needed thing. Underneath this scene, like there has to be just a copy of that. Is that right, Zane? And also, if I'm saying your name wrong, I'm super sorry. L. Smith, I'm here for the live fun. Good, because it's a lot of fun, and it's weird. So, seesaw and orchid for a feminine scent. This is actually a very interesting thing because for the new sub boxes, right, I have 6 options that I'm doing for the sub boxes. And I'm doing the beard bundle. And in the beard bundle, we will have a 1 ounce beard oil, a 2 ounce puck, a 2 ounce beard conditioner, and a 2 ounce styling pomade. And so basically, put the wrong soap in there, but like a puck, right? And a 2 ounce for the beard conditioner. Nothing's going to focus. Whatever. Don't care. And then a 1 ounce beard oil. And then a 2 ounce pomade. For like sculpting of the beard. And I got these boxes at Uline. And I don't know if you guys are like interested in that and seeing, you know, kind of where I end up sourcing my packaging or whatever. For something like this, because it's the first time I've done a sub box, I just went ahead and bought like 1,000 boxes from Uline of the sizes that I wanted, knowing that I would go through those in like the first run, in the first month of sub boxes. And if I do go through those in the first month, I will probably get things screened. And so the entire box will say like my logo and my branding on it. But the box itself, well, it didn't close right. But it is the size is 5 inches long by 4 inches by 2 inches. So it's actually a business card box size, and it fits everything in there, including some packaging to make it all pretty, right? And all like stick together really beautifully. And with this, it all is under an ounce or under a pound when it's all said and done. So you can put this into a bubble mailer, just a regular bubble mailer, and it will ship for, I don't know, between $2 and $5 across the US with USPS, depending on, you know, where you're shipping and how far away it is. Or you can put it into the flat rate mailers, which ship for like $8.75 all day long across the US. And so that's a cool option for that. But also because the dimensions of this are so small and the weight is so slight, you can just ship it just as this and do something cool like Shells does for her packing tape. It says for you by Shells, like she's being emblazoned across the packaging as well. Just ship it like this, just the box itself, for again, between like $3 and maybe like $7. So that's a cool option for those. And okay, Shawnee, you like the sourcing of packing. Cool. Yeah. But Holly, actually, we're not done. Because again, as I said, I have 6 different sub box options. And one of them is a monthly like sub box that'll be in something like this. That will be probably between like 2 and 3 pounds shipped and will contain probably 8 products, right? So some soaps, some bath bombs, some lotion bars, you know, whatever. And so your options for, you know, your suggestion is actually really good because that's going to be more of a monthly type special thing and sort of have a theme every month. And so your suggestion for scents, it's a good one. Why are you making sounds? Thank you. Appreciate that. A quick Google says in the 1800s, the Caribbean exported sugar, tobacco, rice, coffee, and indigo. Oh my God. This is not at all related to what you just said, Cauldron Hill, but this is alive and we're all chit-chatting. You want to know what I learned yesterday during yesterday's disastrous day? I was watching a movie on the Netflix with the kids about some like ugly creatures in Australia. It's like a snake and a scorpion, whatever. I learned in that because there was this little thing with cane toads. I think they were called cane toads. That was interesting in the cartoon. And so I had to look it up. And I learned that like almost 100 years ago, multiple places in the world, including Australia and like the southern part of the United States, introduced these toads into their like world to control like a beetle outbreak on sugarcane crops. But these toads, they reproduce year round. And it ended up being one of the biggest failures of like all of ecological let's fix things by introducing new things ever. Because what went from like 100 toads that were introduced into Australia like 80 years ago, there's over 1 million of them now. and they just run rampant and are the most pervasive, like, can't get rid of them thing. And they're actively killing out other species, like bigger mammals, because the mammals eat them and they're poisonous, so they die. The mammals that ate. That was weird. That's cool to know, Cauldron Hill. Sugar, tobacco, rice, coffee, and indigo. So we can theme a very interesting thing around that if we're going pirate, Caribbean, all that. And Shells is giving up the information. She got her tape from a Sticker Mule with a sale. So do that. Like, for sure, go check out Sticker Mule. I have not done so. I'm going to write it down. Soap Chef, these are not Scotty boxes, but this particular size is close to a Scotty box. Hold, please. So this is a Scotty box. Very similar in size, much sturdier than a Scotty box, about the same price as a Scotty box through Uline. And the inside of it is actually craft. If you wanted to, well, box it up inside out, and you have nice craft packaging. And again, much better, much sturdier. And for those of you who may not know, the Scotty boxes are like the gold standard for the biggest size that you can get into a flat rate bubble mailer from USPS. And as I said before, the flat rate bubble mailers mail for $8.75 all day, every day across the United States. So it's a cool way to protect your packaging and get priority shipping. So within a couple days, and you can put a box inside of them. So I love that. Kelsey is talking about the imported cane toad problem, Cauldron Hill. I'm glad somebody else knows about that, because that's freaking weird. And I was talking to some friends that live in the South about that, and they're like, oh yeah, it's bad. Like, it's bad. There was a year where, like recently, where it just, like, there were so many of them in Florida, like where they lived, that they were, like, the residents were afraid to drive or walk because they didn't want to kill them. But apparently you're supposed to kill them. So I don't know. But yeah, no, the Scotty box, that's a really, really good, cheap shipping option for sure. But this will also fit into a Scotty box. So if you are packaging something like bath bombs or whatever, and you want it to be sturdier, because this is really sturdy, go with that. And I think somebody asked earlier what this is. It's 9.5 long by 3.5 tall by 5.5 deep. Cool thing about Uline is you can actually just search. Uline and Papermart both. You can just search by, well, in a lot of box places, but you can just search by the dimensions and it will give you the options. But this is a really good box for a lot of cool things. And as I said, because the craft on the inside is actually very nice, you can just assemble them inside out and have a nice craft option as well. And then, you know, put your own, like, stickers and stuff on them to make it your own. Granted, once I get the subscription boxes and everything off the ground, I think I probably will likely be screening these so I don't have to worry about putting stickers and labels on everything. But it's a good thing if you're not there. If you're not at a place where you can order, like, you know, 5,000 of one specific thing, this is a nice cheap option. I think all of these boxes were under $1 a piece. So there's that. Sierra Candles has one called Vanillary. Vanillary. I love Sierra Candles. Oh, that was actually another really interesting thing that we did with in this last week. I had my interview with A Drop in the Ocean, and it was cool because we're doing like a collab, right? And so she was interviewing me for her socials and her blog and whatnot, and then I was interviewing her for mine and for a YouTube video and everything. And so she's interviewing me as one of her vendors, and I'm interviewing her as one of my wholesale accounts. And she is doing this every month, like the last week of every month. She's interviewing a new vendor to sort of put like to humanize this small business eco warrior movement that she has going on, which I love. And I thought, what a cool idea that is to do for like us as well. So speaking of Sierra Candles, she's on my list to reach out to and see if she'd be willing to talk to, if she wants to have an interview as one of my fragrance supply companies, because she's local and she's freaking amazing. And like, I want to talk to her. I want to ask her questions. You guys probably have questions about fragrances and how they're made and how they're sourced and all the things. So if that's something you're interested in, give me questions to ask her. Because all I'll ask her is, why are you so awesome? Because she is actually really awesome. So, Vanillary. Oh, it's a dupe from Lush, huh? Okay. Jasmine, tonka bean, and warm vanilla. All right. File that away too. The white inside look better for presentation. I like it. Honestly, I like the look of a craft on the outside and a white on the inside. Like it. Think it's really sharp. But this is so cool, doing this in my shop, so I can just randomly pull shit off the shelves. So another option would be like a white outside, right? But then do your actual labels on a craft. And isn't that... Oh, I'm a disaster. Isn't that pretty? That also stands off really well. So, and then that's the inside with the craft with a white sticker on the inside. So it works really well that way too. Oh, Shells, you want to ask Sierra Candles owner what her favorite color is? That's a good idea. It's better than, why are you so awesome? I like Sierra Candles. They actually are really good. I just found them in the last year and a half or so. I mean, I knew of them. I just started using them in the last year and a half or so. And I like them quite a bit. Oh, Carol is talking about the toads right now. So she must live in a place where there's lots of them. Have to purposely run them over. Yeah, I also read this article about the most humane way to kill them. And I was like low-key having weird anxiety throughout the whole thing. Like, I don't actually want to kill them. But I also understand that they should probably be killed. So it was very strange. Lori's asking how a fragrance profile is determined. How to know if a creative fragrance smells like it's supposed to in cold process or melt and pour. Love that too. I also love that. That would be another really cool thing to ask, like, who did we do? Who was the last mica company that we tested? It was Midwest Soapery. Also asking them that as well. Like, how to know if a mica actually does what it's supposed to do in cold process. For my part, I know the answer to that because I did testing samples for them and then sent them all the pictures of the finished product so they could use it on their website. So, but it's good information. It's good to know how they do it. And terrified of frogs and toads. Yeah, me too. Names of fragrances, like that. Yeah, like that, for sure. Lord of Misrule. That's another Lush dupe, isn't it? Crisp orange notes followed with sweet syrup and peppercorns. Yep. Oh, it's in your comment. I had to just keep reading, Patricia. Sorry. The toads in San Antonio make the dog sick. Yeah. Like that's a thing. That's like the wildest thing that I learned, again, because I was watching a children's cartoon with my kids yesterday after a disastrous day. So it was wild. Okay, so you guys have like a crap ton of suggestions from Sierra and Midwest right now. At soapandclay.com, but it's coming up at info at soap. Julie, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what's happening with that. Here, Julie, I'm going to put the soap, the email address that I know works in chat, and you can send to there, and then we can start a conversation, because I know that guy works. Zane, thank you so much. Again, if I'm saying your name wrong, I really apologize, but thank you so much for the information. I am going back to actually look through all of the information you're giving me in the middle of a live as to how to set up new scenes. Like, I need that information a lot. Thank you so much. I'm just, if I'm being honest, a little bit nervous. I don't like not being good at things, like in the middle of anything. So I'm going to look up your stuff, and actually, because I think you gave me some really perfect and easy instructions to actually create that, and I probably just should have done that. So thank you so much. You hear 1 ounce bottles in my futures. 1 ounce bottles of what? Of scent? I don't buy 1 ounce bottles of anything. Ever. So it's definitely not in my future specifically. I go big or go home. And honestly, here's the thing. And I know a lot of people freak out about this when they're like buying fragrances or whatnot. Even if it's a scent that you don't particularly like, that doesn't mean that your customers aren't going to like it. 1. 2, you can always blend it with something else and still get rid of it. So for me, the 1 ounce samplers, I don't do them. I think the smallest I've ever gotten, and it's just been because it's a brand new scent company that I haven't messed with before, has been 4 ounces. And it's just because it's a brand new scent company that I've never messed with before. For the most part, when I order brand new scents, I order in like 5 pound or in pound versions, because again, you can still use it and blend it and make it amazing. So that's kind of where I go. It's more expensive that way though. And also you end up with a lot of bottles. Oh, weirdly, also, speaking of bottles, I told you guys, I think at the last live that I was having issues with Bulk Apothecary and they hadn't shipped something that I ordered in like forever ago. Finally got them. And I ordered just because I needed 2 essential oils on the fly for like an emergency order, right? And so I was thinking, well, bulk Apothecary, let's take a chance on an unknown kid in the middle of the holiday season. Because obviously I wasn't thinking. I just got them today. The order that I placed in the middle of the holiday season. And their packaging, have you seen them? Do you guys order from Bulk Apothecary? Is this normal? Hold. Pull it back. Somebody said pull it back. Oh, but not that much. Don't focus on my face, stupid camera. There you go. Do you see that? Isn't that pretty? I love the bottles. I really love this. And I like the sturdiness of their tops. And they're very, I'm going to spill things all over the place now. Pull it back. Somebody said pull it back. Still can't see it. There's so much light on it. But these are very sturdy lids as well, and like closures. And I've never ordered from Bulk Apothecary before. So again, I was taking a chance on an unknown kid. I love these. That's awesome. I'm going to keep this bottle. Unless anyone has any reason why I shouldn't keep this bottle, I'm going to keep this bottle and just continue refilling it with my like big sizes of eucalyptus because it's pretty and I like it. I don't know. I found that very cool. And again, I've never ordered from them, so I assume that's how they've always been, but I like it. Yeah, the whole thing, Patricia, it's recyclable. Like this is, it's all recyclable and like it has the recycle code on it, has the lot number also on the bottom. And that's cool. I love that. I I was big shooketh when I opened that up today. I was very happy about that. Mango Madness fragrance from Bulk Apothecary. Okay. Okay. What size is this? This was a 16 ounce. This is a 1 pound version of the things. So I found that to be quite enjoyable. I liked that a lot. New Directions Aromatics. And somebody also with this scent thing suggested Just Scents earlier. You guys, I don't have time for that. I want to so bad. I want to explore Just Scents website because it's huge. I don't have time. And when I do have time, I think we're probably going to make like 50 cents. We're going to make like 50 products and just test like 50 cents because I really, really do want to check them all out. But I can't touch it right now. It has to be a website that I'm reasonably able to handle. Yeah, Susie, aluminum is one of the most recyclable materials. I am in love with those packages for sure. Hey, Julie, I just got your email. Also, hold please. I'm not coming back to show you guys anything. I just needed to check on why the dogs were barking. Oh my God. Last week, also, the dogs somehow decided to go on an adventure. And so they were just wandering the neighborhood. And Mr. Soap and Clay was gone. He was on a ski trip in like Oregon. So he's gone. And so me and the kidlets are like doing our thing and wandering the neighborhood. We found them within like 5 minutes. But, that sucked. It's not fun. Just need to check on them. They're fine. They're fine. Steffi's like, I love this live. There's nothing structured about this live, so I'm glad that you do. Thank you. Soap Chef, that's kind of what I thought. This is sort of the goal with like doing lives and stuff with you guys. Nothing necessarily structured, just people chatting and coming up with cool ideas and learning from other people's, hopefully. And if not, just having a good time. Rustic Essential. Tara, I'm glad that you like the lives. Amanda, what are we doing for Rustic Essential? They've got good scents? They've just got good stuff? I don't know that I've ever used Rustic Essential, but I'm writing it down. How does one get what busy? How busy? Me busy? I don't know. I don't know. I don't have any actual answers for you for that. Wholesale supplies plus bought Rustic Essential or Bulk Apothecary? Who are we talking about? Ooh, Julie just sent me another email. What did she send me? She said my angels. Who are your angels? How cute are those? What do you do with those, Julie? Those are cute. This is never going to work, but I'm going to try. It doesn't work. Oh, hey. The YouTuber figured out some things. How cute are those? Those are beautiful. I love those. What do you use your angels for? When you said your angels, I thought you were probably sending me pictures of dogs, but that's beautiful too. I love dog pictures too. We should all share pictures of our animals in the Discord because it makes me happy. You bought sea salt from Brambleberry, and to me it smells like sweat. What can you mix with that to make it better? I would honestly go with the coconut or anything citrus. Two things. Do that. And I've gotten a lot of questions whenever I start talking about making blends or whatever about how to do that and how I do that. The best way is to do the proper way, I guess. I don't know. So you take let's say you want 2 parts of your sea salt and 1 part of your, actually that wouldn't make sense if I'm talking about citrus. 2 parts of your citrus and 1 part of your sea salt, right? So you would take your little droppers and you would put on a little cotton ball 2 drops of your citrus scent, whatever you want to blend with, and 1 drop of your sea salt. Then let that dry down and give that a sniff. Or if you don't want to get that technical, just put a Q-tip into both of them and smell them together. That works too. And then you can tell whether or not you like the smell together. That's what I usually do. I used to get very precise, but now I don't do that. Oh, I love that, Julie. They're so beautiful. Yes. Yeah, MJ, of course. Dogs, cats, all animals. The cats have taken to sleeping on me every single night. Like they've imprinted on me officially. They think I'm their mother. And I just have one here and one here. Oh, my shirt. I haven't told you the story about my shirt. But yeah, they just sleep on me every night. That's just what we do now. And when it's time for me to get up, because I get up super early, like at 4, I wake up and they're both still there and I can't move. I mean, I can physically move. But if a cat has chosen you as its bed, you don't move. You wait for them to move. You wait for them to be done and move on with their lives. And so as a result, I end up just getting some cat snuggles every morning. It's very wild, but I don't hate it. It's a good life. It's a very good life. Patricia, you said you mixed the sea salt one with a hibiscus scent. It's a good idea. That's a good idea. I like that. Rustic Essential has great fragrance oils. They cost more than Nature's Garden. Here's the thing. Nature's Garden is very, very cheap. And so costing more than Nature's Garden is not a deal breaker. Costing as much as Brambleberry, gonna have to make that make sense for me. Really, that's it. That's all. That's all I have to say about that. Bruni says, you've inspired me to start making soap. I'm so happy to have found my passion. You'll be launching your business this year. Let's go. Congrats. That's amazing. Yes. Good. I'm glad you're doing the thing. I'm glad you're chasing all of the things that you love and doing something productive and worthwhile with your very limited amount of time that you get to spend breathing in and out on this planet. You should have fun with it. And so I'm glad that you're doing that. That's awesome. I don't know if I'm a lovely mommy for the fur babies. It's fun. It's definitely a fun time. It's just having cats is wild. So yeah, no, Holly, with wholesale supplies and their prices, They've always been bad. You can't, I mean, I understand what you're saying. They're getting worse. Yeah, they are raising their prices. You're not wrong. You can't buy wholesale supplies plus unless they're doing a sale. Like, just period. It doesn't make sense. And that's the only time that it actually makes any kind of sense at all, for sure. In Australia, you can buy those aluminum bottles empty. That's cool. Yeah, I actually wonder another cool thing. And I wonder if Christina would actually give up her information from a drop in the ocean. Because while we were having our interview and I was asking her about her process, because she does this buyback program for her products. Anything that needs to come in a container, she has a buyback program. And so she ships a label to the end user to like put the empty container in and send back. You get it. You know what a buyback is. Anyway, and she mentioned that she uses like the metal containers, the aluminum containers. And I'm like, that's cool. So they're getting really sexy, like very sexy containers, right? And you're doing a buyback program for that. So effectively what that kind of means is for a portion of the things that the actual containers that you purchase, you only have to buy them the one time. I wonder if she'd be willing to give up her sources for that. That would be cool. Your dog stole lard off of your soap cart and ate a pound of it? Oh, damn. Damn. I bet his poops were real runny the next day. Did he have runny poops? Oh, there's a fragrance sale going on at Wholesale Supplies right now, guys. Go get on that. For sure. Thanks for the information, MJ. Yeah, Tim, that's the weird thing for shipping with Brambleberry too. Like, I actually pay kind of a lot for shipping, and they're only like 4 hours north of me. So I don't understand that. So, yeah, it's kind of weird all around. Excuse me, sir. What are you doing? Are we okay? We good? My OBS is currently giving me like red warning flashes, which I don't understand because it's right with like the CPU usage, right? But it's saying that the CPU usage is 12.6%, but also it's flashing red. So you're not using a lot, and also you're mad about it? Do you want to use more? I don't understand any of this. This is terrible. We're going to have so much fun figuring out streams together, guys. That's another really cool thing about Twitch that I found that I really love. I mean, the thing that I told you guys last time during the live is still true. The thing that I like the most is that Twitch can be in the background, right? And just continuing to play. And so you can hear it, kind of like a podcast, while you do other things, like check your email, like check your text messages, like search things on the interwebs, you know, whatever. Which is not what you can't do that with YouTube unless you have like YouTube Premium, right? Which I don't, because I actually like giving the people that I follow and like, I not only, you know, make sure that they get the ad revenue from me watching their videos, but I also give them super chats and stuff whenever I can, because I want them to continue making the things. But with Twitch, I also get to go off and do other things without having that extra add-on. And I love that. But another thing that I super love about like the Twitch community is you can create all these weird commands and stuff, right? And so if you guys wanted to have like some sort of funny command about, you know, me breaking something or whatever, it would just be like an exclamation point and, you know, Mrs. Soap and Clay sucks at life. Smaller command, preferably. Make it easy for people to remember. And it would come up with a little like video image sort of there in the corner about me breaking something. It's fun. Or just like all the different like emotes and stuff that we can do together as a community and build that. I find that to be enjoyable. I don't know. Maybe not. $50 for shipping. Got a box that dropped my pail of coconut oil on your... That's $50? Damn. That's terrible. A Voyager soap and candle has aluminum bottles too. Somebody else said something about aluminum candles then earlier. I would assume. Because she said they said two. Yeah. I like the idea of us moving to like these cool containers. Because I'm still obsessed with that. That's very pretty. I like that. And it's sturdier and less likely to break than glass. And for the glass containers that I purchase, like they very rarely break in shipping, but I like pack around them like crazy. And so it would eliminate the need to really do that too terribly much. So I think these little bottles are a fun way forward for sure. What? Now my phone's making noises. All right. Oh, really? My week is completely messed up this week because we didn't have school yesterday. We didn't have the things. You watch a 78-year-old grandma play World of Warcraft on Twitch? That's so much fun. I love that. Amanda, yeah, that is the first time that I've ever received an aluminum bottle from a supplier. Ever. It's not the first time I've ever gotten an aluminum bottle like in life. But, you know, it's the first time I've ever gotten one from a supplier. And I found that to be cool. I ordered from Bulk Apothecary for the first time literally ever. That order took months to get to me. It was just 2 bottles of essential oil. I'm not surprised that it got lost in the shuffle. But, you know, we got cool bottles. I'm obsessed with these bottles now. I want these to be used for everything. I think they're very cool. Anyway, yeah, so it's been weird because yesterday was Monday, but not actually Monday because 3-day weekend, because Martin Luther King Jr. Day, which is awesome. But Mondays are usually the days that the Soap and Clay Kidlets, well, the first one, makes food for the family. And she's texting me right now saying that it's time to make food for dinner. So, yeah, no, Amanda, first time from a supplier. Do you have other suppliers that do that? Tell me who they are. I want to know. That's cool. That's really cool. So I should probably head into the house and, you know, make the foods with the kiddos because Soap and Clay Kidlet number 1 wants to make foods tonight. Essential Depot does it too with their hemp oil. That's cool. I mean, Tim, you should definitely save the aluminum bottles. Honestly, I got this, and my first thought was I will just continue refilling this until the end of time. But then I started thinking about, like, all the cool things that you could potentially do with it. I love this. I love this. It's a sexy packaging. It's a very sexy packaging. It's very highly recyclable. This is where we need to be. I like this. I mean, it has a plastic top, but they're going to do that for a while until we figure out something better then to close containers. But I like it. Yeah, Shells. Got to go make the dinner. Hey, Shells, thanks so much for the candle. You're amazing. Thank you. I'm going to go burn that while I'm making dinner. It's very exciting. They have aluminum drinking bottles at Dollar Tree. Man. So I haven't actually told you guys a story. It was a couple years ago. I guess last, like not 2020 Christmas season, but 2019 Christmas season, there was a Dollar Tree right next to, well, like on the same street that, my shop is on. And that's where I would always go to get the things that I need to get from the dollar store, right? And it was like, I don't know, a week or so before Christmas. Seriously. And me and the kiddos stopped by there on our way to the shop to pick up some stuff. And the roof structure, so this is like a shopping complex, right? And they have a Safeway and a Dollar Tree and like a PetSmart and stuff all like sort of connected to each other in this thing. And the Safeway had already moved out, and the Dollar Tree now had to move out because we walked up and the entire freaking roof to this Dollar Tree, the whole roof, and this was a big Dollar Tree, it's very large, had collapsed under the weight of rain. And so you just look into their glass doors and you just see everything that they stock just completely ruined and underneath debris. Luckily, it happened when nobody was working, because that would have been terrible, or like shopping, both. But they have yet to reopen. And so I don't even know where a Dollar Tree is around me anymore, because that was the closest that existed. And that was a really sad day. And they all moved over to a different Dollar Tree, and the employees, it was very sad. But yeah, that was shocking to me. Felt very bad. The place you found for lavender oil, that place, Tim, they sent you lavender oil, 2 pounds of it in an aluminum bottle. That's cool. I like that. That's cool. New Directions does aluminum as well. That's awesome, Soaptopia. Thank you for letting us know. That's exciting. Yes. You can shop online at Dollar Tree? I didn't know that either. Wow. Look at how much information I'm learning tonight. This is amazing. Thank you, guys. You are awesome. Christiane, thank you. So sweet. This is I actually don't like this because all of the settings of the camera have just been taken back down to just turn the camera on, keep hitting the microphone, turn the camera on and go. It's making me feel real self-conscious because it's like, oh, okay, this is just me and I don't know how I feel about this. So I'm also like, whatever. I don't need to point out my flaws. Thank you very much for saying that, Christiane. I appreciate you forever. Yes, ADHD Alchemy. I'm gonna go eat, but first I haven't told you my story about my shirt that I was going to tell you on Sunday, and the camera was blurry and weird. So last week, Mr. Soap and Clay was gone, and for those of you who may be new, hi. I am a huge Taylor Swift fan, and by huge Taylor Swift fan, I mean I know nothing other than Taylor Swift and Hamilton and Disney movies. That's my music list. That's it. Anyway, Mr. Soap and Clay was gone. He was on a ski trip, and I got this package from what I already know to be the Taylor Nation Taylor Swift store. I know it to be so because I place a lot of orders there. Anyway, I had ordered a cardigan back in November for the Red album. And I knew it would be like 12 weeks shipping, right? And I was fine with it, ordered it, did the thing, whatever. But I get this package. And I know it's from the Taylor Swift store. And I also know it's after Christmas. And so the likelihood that this was a Christmas present, whatever. And also it was addressed to me. So I open it up. And it was this hoodie. And it's a really good hoodie. Like, it's a beautiful hoodie. It is. It's the All Too Well hoodie. So we got the And the red scarf, it's amazing. But it's not what I ordered. You know, I didn't order this hoodie. I ordered a cardigan. So I was very freaked out because, you know, while it is a nice hoodie or whatever, I was concerned that they had like mispackaged my order. And that means that I was not going to get one of the cardigans, the red cardigans from the Taylor Swift thing. And so I'm trying to find my order number. And of course, I'm not finding it. And it's whatever. And then I'm looking in the package and I see that there's not a packing slip. And then I start thinking, and so I text Mr. Soap and Clay, and I'm like, did you maybe perhaps get me an All Too Well hoodie? Because I got one today, and I want to know if you got it for me before I like call these people and like literally just start sobbing. Because of course I'm going to start sobbing. The shirt is so beautiful. It's so awesome. Of course I'll send it back. But can you send me the cardigan? Because the cardigan was limited edition, guys. Anyway, long story as long. Mr. Soap and Clay bought me this, which I also still love. But my cardigan is still on the way. So hopefully by like Valentine's Day, I'll have my cardigan. And I'm going to die and cry when it comes in. So thank you, Mr. Soap and Clay, for a very comfy, very well-built hoodie. Like, this is a beautiful hoodie. I like it a lot. And I like it even more knowing that they did not accidentally ship me this instead of the cardigan that I wanted. But yeah, it's a good hoodie. These live chats are very productive. I'm glad that you think so. I don't feel like I've been productive at all. I feel like I've just been hanging out with currently 64 of my friends. So thank you, friends, for being here. Sudzers, you guys are awesome. I finished my green drink. I've done my good deed for the day. Pat on the back. So, I am going to go and make food with the kiddos. But I am glad that you guys joined me tonight. Thank you. Sorry that it took a couple days to do the thing, really, but it looks like we have a cool setup moving forward, so it should just be plug and play from now on, except for figuring out the OBS, which, whether you want to or not, we're all going to learn that together. But I am going to be taking suggestions from earlier in chat from Zane. And again, shit, if I'm saying your name wrong, I'm so sorry. But you were helpful, so thank you. I appreciate you. Amanda, thank you. I will enjoy my meal and my time with my family. You guys do the same. Go hang out with your peoples, your human peoples, your animal peoples, your peoples. And I really, really appreciate you guys for being here with me on a Tuesday. Or whatever, any day. We've got a kidlet coming in. What's up, baby? She found your gift cards?
It was on top of Taylor Swift perfume, so I didn't know it was an accident.
I'm so happy that you guys found those gift cards. That was very, very cool. You've been looking for those for days.
When I found out, I was so happy but so mad at the same time. I was happy that she found it for me, but she also lost it.
Well, I don't know that she lost it. You shouldn't have put it there. Yes. You ready to go make dinner? Cool. I'm glad you found the gift cards.
I love you.
I love you. I'll be in a minute, okay? And the kiddos just came in. Soap and Clay Kidlet number 1 just came in to let me know that she found the gift cards that her Uncle Goob and her Aunt Goob, real names, gave her for Christmas, that she promptly lost. And I'm like, well, I mean, you got to find them. It's a not insignificant amount of money. She's been looking for them since Christmas, and she's finally found them. So good on you. You know where they were? On the top of... They were just on her desk. Where they... Whatever. It's all a thing. But, yes, you guys... Who sounds like Tom Nook from Animal Crossing? I love Tom Nook from Animal Crossing. Oh God, we can't do this. We can't do this. I also need to go make dinner. So thank you guys so much. I could do this with you all night. but I can't because I got to go make the dinner and do the things. And probably you guys do too. So thank you for joining me for another round of 365 days of soap. My sudsers, you are amazing as always. Seriously, thank you. You freaking rock. I am out of here for today, but I will see you guys all again tomorrow for more Grey's Anatomy fun. Shit, we didn't even get to talk about the deep dives that are coming up. Or the new live that's coming up in a few days. We're doing another live on Saturday. Cliffhanger. Just going to leave it at a cliffhanger. So I'll see you guys all again tomorrow for another round of Grey's Anatomy soapy fun. But again, you know, just fun in general. And a new live is coming up in a couple days. And the deep dives are going to be good, awesome as well, too. Okay, I got to go. Okay, bye.